This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, it is 6:30, and I will call to order and announce a quorum present for the City of Haslet Planning and Zoning Commission, Tuesday, December 16th at 6:30 p.m. Item number 2, citizens' participation and comments. Do we have anybody out there that, and I don't see anybody online?
No, sir.
No?
Correct.
Okay, so item number 2, we have nobody that wishes to speak, so we'll move on to item number 3. Items of community interest. 3A, city holidays. All city offices will be closed Wednesday, December 24th and Thursday, December 25th in observance of Christmas holiday. All City of Haslet offices will be closed Thursday, January 1st, 2026 in observance of New Year's Day. Item 3B, general election, May 2nd, 2026. The first day to file an application for a place on the May 2nd, 2026 general election ballot is Wednesday, January 14th. That's the first day. Council member place 1, council member place 3, and council member place 5 will be on the ballot. Friday, February 13th is the last day to file an application. We would encourage anybody interested in serving on city council, get your application in. If you have any questions about what goes on at the city and what your role would be, I'm sure that the mayor and others at the city would be glad to talk to you about that. So they're always looking for people to serve on the city council. Item number 4. The consent agenda, item number 4A, Planning and Zoning Commission, 28 October 2025 minutes. Have we read those, and do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as written.
I'll second.
In favor? Passed unanimous. Item 4B, our schedule. So do we have that here? Basically, I think it's the last Tuesday of every month except November and December. Last Tuesday of every month. So if we get to one of those months and something needs to be changed, I'm sure that we'll be notified. And otherwise, those are the meeting dates. Okay. Item number 5, 5A, we all have the residential project status report. Are there any questions about that? Okay, we'll move on. Item 6A, discuss and consider an act to approve resolution to be numbered 2025 in support of the proposed grade separation over the BNSF tracks, FM 156, and Schoolhouse Road. Mr. Schwanke.
Yes, this is a resolution of support for the overpass. During this legislative session, there was a bill that was put in motion, and that was to help traffic movement over different items like railroad tracks and heavily traveled road. And this is one where the Haslet has applied for it, and they've cut it down to just a few that made the cut to make it, see if they can get a full application with a lot of details. And we're in the process of working on that right now, and there's like a middle of January, there'll be a cutoff time where that has to be submitted. And we're just making sure that we have all our ducks in a row and all the support from all the different boards. And the Planning and Zoning Commission is one of those boards that we'd like to have your support on.
Mr. Mayor, yes.
I came to the meeting, I was still here at the office to answer any questions that you may have with regard to this grant and this resolution.
That on. You guys have any questions, anything that we want to talk about on this? You understand what it is. It's for the bridge all the way over. It's a long span bridge. there's a few.
Could we go to the exhibit?
Yeah, go down further to the exhibit.
There it
Yeah.
is, right there. If
So
you could-
this bridge will span across the railroad, 156 and Schoolhouse, all the way over and tie into Haslet Parkway on the east side of Schoolhouse Road. And then tie into the future extension of Haslet Parkway to the west, over to where City of Fort Worth is now building to the east, or they're soon to be building to the east. So.
I'd also like to mention that with this plan, there's actually access to the properties that it's going over. So they will not be just completely a flyover where they can get off and visit any commercial establishment that will be built in that 156 corridor.
Yeah, this plan shows 2 lanes both ways.
Yes.
Then it does show surface roads down to tie into 156 on both sides, so provide access to the existing commercial down there and access to 156 both directions, so.
That is correct.
This is produced by Kimley Horn. I understand Kimley Horn and our city engineer are both working on that application. Applications is due, I think, January 19th.
Yes.
And they're making good progress on that, and they will make the deadline. They will make the deadline. They'll get that in by then.
Will we see a finished project plan once this is approved?
Yeah, there'll be more detail that'll be, forthcoming as the application moves forward. And, that's one of the things I know the council asked for before it's actually submitted, is to see detailed plans of what's going on, so.
Before
We'll
they
have
wanted to see what? Before what?
Detailed plans,
Before what?
before they submitted,
Before the application?
yes.
Excuse me, may I address the board? Gary Halsey, Mayor.
Yes.
All right, there will be no detailed plans before the application. The detailed plans for this project, part of the grant is to fund all the engineering to produce the detailed grant plans. It includes right-of-way purchase, utility movements, all of it, from A to Z.
They're taking into consideration the crossbucks at the railroad crossing so that nobody can go around?
Say that again?
Are they considering the railroad crossing with the crossbucks to make sure that nobody can go around so we don't have those little things in the road? You know what I mean? Like have an arm go all the way across the lanes?
Semaphores.
Say again?
Semaphores,
Oh, is that what they call like?
yes.
Railroad.
Yes, the at-grade road that you see right now that goes across the track to 156, that would be demolished. That would be taken out. And you would have this bridge that goes over all of that.
It'll be similar to what Saginaw did.
Very similar, yes.
So on this diagram, just to make it clear, there's 2 double lanes in the middle, and there's single lanes on the north and south. Are those north and south going to be on ground level, or are they going to be elevated as well?
Those are those are elevated over the tracks, and they come down as if you're traveling from the west to the east, and you want to go to 156. Well, you take the ramp. Now that ramp goes over the tracks, but it goes down to 156.
Right, so
there's
there
full
won't be any more
connectivity.
train track interaction at that place. You'll be
That's
over it.
correct.
Right.
And also, those ramps will have pedestrian, they call it shared use path. If you want to ride a bicycle or walk, and such as all our folks over here in La Terra on the west side of the tracks, they can now actually have a safe route over the tracks. And guess what's over there? That's where all our retail is. And also along 156. So that gets them safely across. But this would be a major benefactor of this will be those Fort Worth folks trying to move from the west to the east and the east to the west. And also this is highly anticipated that this will relieve Westport Parkway as well as Blue Mountain Road. So it'll help our internal congestion.
If all goes well, when would this project begin?
The project, February, the end of February is when cities will be notified who are awarded a grant. The Senate Bill 1555 put in $250 million statewide to build such as this. It was a two-phase application process. Phase one was called the pre-application phase. We submitted on that, and out of that, statewide, a commission in Austin picked out certain projects throughout the state and invited them to go to the detailed phase application. And Haslet was one of those selected. So we're very excited about that. That was a big deal. And we have a very good chance, you know, realizing where we are. That bridge is on the very south end of that Burlington Northern Santa Fe hub, one of the busiest in the United States. And where we are is in the midst of this inland port that is comprised of the airport and Burlington Northern, and is one of the most prominent inland ports in the United States. So it is probably the most prominent project in the state of Texas. Nonetheless, your support on this would be greatly appreciated. We would include your resolution in our application.
My quick question is the city going to be are we going to be required to submit any money for this? Is this 100% funded by the state?
This will be 100% funded. Well, the state will fund 90%. 90. The other 10% will come from what is called local funds. That doesn't mean city. The local funds is from anything that is defined as any other funds other than state money. We already have that.
Perfect.
We have approximately $16 million right now. That's the 10%.
Perfect.
So we have more than 10%.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was a very important piece. And we are also working in this application. The North Central Texas Council of Governments is assisting the City of Haslet in this application.
Super. Okay. Thank you.
Does the BNSF, do they have any role in this application at all? Will they give us a letter of support or whatever they do?
Yes, I have spoken to National Director at BNSF, and yes, they will write us a letter of support for this, and they also have funding in this project as well.
There you go. I think they're getting tired of all of the phone calls from soccer moms. Yeah, I think they are. Oh, from you? Any other questions? No. So you understand this resolution, we pass it tonight, and this doesn't go to council, this is from us. And this then gets put in that packet saying that the Planning and Zoning Commission supports that application.
So it's not actually a vote, it's just whether we're in agreement.
Well, we have to pass it, we have to vote to pass it, we need a motion to accept this proposed resolution.
Well, I make a motion that we accept the proposed resolution as written.
I will second.
All in favor? Passed unanimously, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Commission members, and
Right.
I will leave you to the rest of your business tonight. Thank you.
Very good, thank you.
Only took 40 years to have them.
Yeah. All right, item number 6B, discuss, consider, and act regarding the approval of an amended site and landscape plan for 405 Westport Parkway. Staff presentation.
Chairman and members of the board, this is if you see on the screen, this is a copy of the site plan that's been submitted. And there's several different items. There's actually 3 different items I want to talk about. First off is there's a CO2 tank that's on the south side, and there are some other drawings later on, that show some landscaping and berming around that, as well as some fence. On the far east side, there is a generator pad that's being added, and it's also fenced with a steel fence. And then probably the major change is all that parking on the north side of the building used to be all truck parking, where there was no landscaping. But now they're gonna have a lot more daytime employees than what were originally planned for this site, and so they want to convert that to some regular parking for automobiles. As such, when you have a regular automobile parking, you have some other requirements such as landscaping on your end caps, and spaces. Every 10 spaces you have to have a landscape island, and they've done that. And right now, all those areas where they're going to put that landscaping are all concrete. It's just one big slab out there on the north side right now. And having said that, the applicant is in the building tonight in the audience, and when you go into the public hearing process, I'm sure they'll have something to say, and I believe they have a presentation. But can you just run through some of those elevations down further on? We've provided not only the landscape, keep on going. Just keep on. There you go. Yeah, there's some landscaping there showing in front of the CO2 tank, as well as a berm, etc. And we just wanted to make sure you saw all that stuff. There's also a photometric plan that's been provided. The lighting is not changing on the side, but they used the one that was submitted on the prior application, and so we have that in the packet also. That's it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Then we will open this for a public hearing, and I think we have some gentlemen that want to speak.
Good evening. My name is Josh Hawkins. I am the project manager with Gordon Highlander, the contractor that has been contracted by CTDI to perform the work out at 405 Westport Parkway. As Mr. Swanky said, we are here to present on the site plan addendum as has been submitted through the Zoning and Planning Committee. I'm joined by Keith Montone, who is the vice president with CTDI, represents the ownership stake of the property. Would you like to tell a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, sure.
State your name and your address.
Keith Montone, 405 Westport Parkway, Haslet. Thank you for your time. Home address is 1144 Chalfont, Chalfant Road in Glenmore, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania? New York, East Coast. Thank you for your time tonight. Keith Montone with CTDI. I'm one of the owners of the business, as well as one of the owners of the building here at 405. CTDI is a 100% family-owned company, been around for 50 years. We operate in for the telecommunications and electronics space, so the AT&Ts, Verizons, Apples, Comcast, Charters of the world outsource their logistics, testing, and repair of all their equipment to us. We have a huge presence in Flower Mound, and we have 2 buildings that we lease just north of here in Alliance. When the opportunity came up to buy this building, we jumped all over it. We prefer to pay ourselves rather than a landlord, right? So we're owner occupiers here. The building's a little funky in that it has that little ear in the southwest corner that's flat. So we're putting our employee entrance in that corner, which is why we need, yeah, there you go. So that's going to be the main entrance for our people to enter the building to begin their work for the day. We don't have a whole lot of truck traffic. You know, that building is, we're going to be testing and repairing mobile devices. So you can fit a lot of mobile devices on one truck. So you know, we don't need a whole lot of truck traffic, you know, going in, but we do need people to do the work, and employees, team members, which is why we have parking on the on that east side, and we're going to convert that, you know, with your blessing to employee parking. That CO2 tank in the front is for our operations of the building. So we develop our own testing platforms as well as our own repair and cleaning. So what that CO2 tank is going to do is create dry ice, and then we use dry ice in the cleaning of your phone, right? So your phone comes in and as a used device, and we're going to clean it, test it, repair it if need be, and go sell it to the next guy. We use dry ice as part of that cleaning process. Keeps the electronics clean. So we're here to answer any questions that you have. We're under obviously a tight timeline with getting this building up and running, and I flew out here today from Philadelphia just to meet with you guys and to make sure you're comfortable with what we're doing.
So,
Anything else you want to say then?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, do you want to continue?
We put together a quick presentation just showing some photos of
Yeah,
the
good.
site as is. In this photo in particular, if you see that overlaid section of landscaping that's right up against the building, just east of the construction trailer, that is actually an overlay of the proposed CO2 tank, and what it would look like from the entrance to the space. One of the early discussion points with Mr. Schwenke and the city was whether the tank was going to be vertical or horizontal. After looking at it, obviously a vertical tank has a much more eye impact than a horizontal tank. So the decision was made to move it to a horizontal tank, which will sit, the tank itself will sit approximately 9 feet off of the finished paving. All of the landscaping has been designed around that so that from the elevated position of the road, you still can't see the top of the tank. Keeping that in mind, these formworks that are sitting there, those are the actual footprint of the tank. I have a photo in here showing approximately what the tank will sit at once installed. And of course, we'll have we're proposing a 3-foot retaining wall around the base so that we can build up the earthwork underneath and have a berm that reaches 1'6" above that, with landscaping plants going up to where it is sitting, I believe, approximately 14 feet above the finished paving. Again, we'll be using a wrought iron fence, decorative wrought iron fence that will sit on top of the backside of that retaining wall that will go and extend 2 feet above the top of the tank to help provide more coverage as well. I'd like to ask y'all if y'all have any questions or comments on the tank or any of the other items that have been
You want to say anything?
proposed.
Is that the best location for it, in the front?
Yes, without going into too terribly much detail on the technical side of piping and insulation, that was ultimately the only place that it could go that, I'm sorry?
That makes sense.
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of pressure is that tank going to be under? I mean, is it low pressure or high pressure? I mean,
liquid CO2, so I would assume it's high pressure.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know the exact PSI.
Right. Yeah, well, of course, seeing this, I did some reading about it. I think they say they average about 800 to 1,000 PSI. But how big of a tank is that? I mean, it's at 9 feet by 30? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So probably around 75 ton, somewhere in that range? Okay. Yeah. And I know I looked up all the code. The standoff is, 10 to 15 feet is any of the codes standoff, so it's more than that. And I'm glad to see the fence around it. 'Cause I know worldwide, there's only been like 1 or 2 instances where these tanks have had problems and they had an explosion. I mean, we're talking like 40 years ago. But the biggest problem with them, obviously, people, if there's a leak and people get in there too close, asphyxiation is the biggest threat. And so seeing that you're going to actually cage it off is a good step. So, nobody who shouldn't be in there is going to be in there near it in case there is a leak. So that's a good safety step. So thank you. Yes, sir.
I have a quick question. Is there going to be a gate that's going to be locked?
Yes, sir. There'll be a monitored gate on the other side of the tank that will allow access for filling, but when not in use, there'll be a monitored gate that will be locked down. Yes, sir.
How often do you anticipate having that tank filled?
It'll be an event to fill that tank, so we think like at most once a month. Right. And well, security, opening that gate, and blocking parking, the whole 9 yards. So.
So,
I'm just curious, what, are you guys 24/7, daytime operations, what do you guys do?
Right now we're on a 24/7. Yeah.
How many employees?
Around the world.
Just here for this building?
Just right here, I think we'll probably be at 600, 700
Yeah.
people.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I was just curious, yeah.
is that running 3 shifts?
3 shifts.
3 shifts, and so a couple of hundred people in and out. Okay.
And currently,
other-
you're at another location. You just outgrew that space.
Yeah, we're in 170,000 feet in Flower Mound, and we're bursting at the seams, so we need more space. And we lease the building, right? We don't want to lease, we want to own, so this is perfect for us.
Let me ask a question. I don't know if you can answer it or not. Do you collect sales tax on your stuff, or is that at the point of sale at the?
It's not our stuff, right? So like this is the phone, the device is actually owned by our customer. So we're providing them a service. So the sales tax might be coming from them, but I have to look at that. Yeah.
That's a good question, but yeah, you wouldn't think that it would be, there's nothing being sold.
No,
Other
but
than a
there's a service.
It's a contract, it's a
Yeah,
service
there's a service.
contract.
Just like when you get a car repaired, it's
Yeah.
a service, but there's tax on the service.
Maybe. We'll take all the tax we can get, You know that. We're just municipal people, yeah. Are you going to occupy the entire interior of the building?
Yes.
Okay,
Just
so,
that 1/2 or the whole thing?
oh, the whole thing?
It's 400,000 feet, yeah.
Yeah. So they'll have stations spread out all over the inside, okay. Okay, all right. Well, it looks like it'll be a busy place. A lot busier than the other buildings out there are.
Yeah, there's one thing in the write-up, and we've talked with these people about when this was originally done, the building, they did a TIA. And that TIA
Yes,
had
right,
like
right.
50 vehicle trips a day. Of course, it was going to be mostly just big trucks and nothing else. But so we've asked them to take a look at that just to see, because there may be something they might have to do the Westport Parkway. We don't know until we get because there's a traffic issue out there at times. And hopefully they'll stagger their shifts so that it doesn't really, conflict with our traffic issues.
First shift starts at 6 a.m. So we have a 6 a.m., 6:15, and 6:30 start for the first shift, and that was again just processing people getting in is just a little easier. Lunchtime
When's the second shift?
Second shift will start at anywhere from 2:30, 3:30.
Yeah, the point is, out there on Westport Park, if you've noted, well, you haven't been out there, you have.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, that backs up
Yeah.
quite a ways, starting about, I don't know, sometime 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's your issue. And that's part of what Mr. Swanky's talking about, is how we're going to, handle traffic in and out of there. So, okay, all right. Well, we'll let you guys work on those details. Any other questions? Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Going
go
back to the landscape plan, it meets all our requirements for this extra stuff they're doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. No changes on the building lighting or anything like that? The exterior lighting?
No.
Good, we can tell Greg that. Make sure Greg understands that. Any other questions? Do I have a motion?
Well,
Oh, wait a minute.
close the public.
Let me close I'm sorry. Let me close the public hearing. Okay. Well, now, do we have anything what? Anybody else?
Nobody online, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry. So do we have anything else to discuss here amongst ourselves? Okay. So, do I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to recommend to City Council the approval of the amended site and landscaping plan for 405 Westport Parkway.
Have a second?
I'll second it.
Do I have all in favor? Passed unanimous. Okay. All right, thank you, guys. Get her done.
You should stay here a little more time, it's gonna get warm here.
Yeah, 77, 75 degrees Saturday if you want to hang around.
It was like, I left this morning at 6 a.m. flight, it was like 15.
Oh, well, you should have been here yesterday. It was 29.
Yeah, right, yeah, both of you guys.
Yeah, really. All right, very good.
Take care.
Okay. Then item 7, workshop paving ordinance. I think we're going to put that on hold. Were we going to talk anything about that? I
I
didn't.
don't know, it's Mr. Schwanke,
I didn't see anything in the.
workshop.
Do you have anything on the paving ordinance 7A?
I do not. I think Greg actually sent out a,
I think he wanted to put
he
that
he
off.
wants to be there for
Yeah,
that conversation.
I want him to be here for that. Okay, all right. Then future agenda items. Mr. Schwanke.
Yes, you'll have some agenda items coming down the pike. I don't know if it'll be at your next, we'll have one thing at your next meeting. It'll be, that's on January 27th. We'll have at least one ordinance revision that we're going to look at, and that has to do with driveways. And right now, there's some issues where some people want to put in asphalt driveways, and of course, our current ordinance says concrete, and then a lot of HOAs have them where they're going to be you can't do anything except for concrete. And so there is going to be an ordinance revision that'll give some flexibility to some people if it's approved. But that'll be on your January meeting.
That's commercial?
Residential.
Or residential asphalt drive?
Residential,
Yep.
yeah. Like I say, it's not for discussion tonight, but it's just one of those things that'll be on your,
Very good, all right. Then item 9, Doreen.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Meeting is adjourned at 7:04.
This conference is no longer being recorded.
That was easy.
Yep, thank you, people. I hope they're all not coming up and down 156, man, that'll kill me.